So, guys, I think the name Gamearena is a bit boring. I'm thinking about changing it from Gamearena to Blink. What are your guys' thoughts?
Oh, what does
Should change it
Blink
to
refer
Gamearena.
to?
Wait,
That's
what?
I don't think it's meta enough though. That's the thing.
Gamearena? I don't know. Well, listen,
So
Sigma doesn't chase meta. Sigma makes meta.
You're right.
bye.
You're right, dude. We're chasing meta here.
There he
Um,
goes.
that was my joke about Facebook.
I don't get it.
Oh, because Facebook recently rebranded, changed their name to Meta.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, that's why I said Meta.
That's
Yep.
funny.
I needed my phone and my charger, so I gotta come back.
Okay. I could just start talking about the thing, and you could grab your charger. Oh wait, or did you?
No, it was a bit
Oh, okay.
because I lowered my chair and then started walking away on the chair. Never mind.
Oh,
I
okay.
watched it. Don't worry, Nick. I appreciated it.
Okay, thank you.
I
It was a
was too
good
focused on my
on
joke.
this.
I'm sure. When I rewatch it, when I rewatch the video, I got you.
Okay, okay.
But we're gonna talk about some news things. There's some interesting things, some boring things. I'd say overall, this is probably interesting, I guess, to say the least. We got some things.
That's
So sub, I guess, please. I don't know. Just do it.
what?
Sub, I guess, please.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let's start with what I believe is the second biggest thing that happened this week. Or this month. Not NetherRealm League. I'm totally. Warner Brothers wants to make a Smash Bros. Game. Or, in layman's terms, a 2D platform fighter.
Yes, they
The
do.
Nickelodeon one did that good, so they had to copy it.
So, if we scroll down here, was it here? So apparently, it's not on here for some reason, but so this game, from like what people have been saying about it, it has been in the works since before the Nickelodeon one was announced. So Nickelodeon wasn't the first one to, and we're gonna talk about this a bit, like a bit after we talk about more of this game. It says here that this isn't the only active. This isn't the only one in active development. Uh, it's an open secret in the industry that Smash Bros. Combined with Nintendo's complete tone deafness to their player base, a lot of Western studios have begun capitalizing on their opportunity to make their own platform fighter.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah,
Yep.
Good luck with that.
Well, there's a bit of some things about this game that I
yeah,
don't
but
know
then they
how
gotta go.
well it's gonna do.
Yeah, but then they have to do patch notes. They gotta do what the people want. They don't, or
Also,
they,
they also
if they
forget
want to
all that.
care
They have to
about their
make
fan
it.
base.
Yeah, but even
Nickelodeon's, I
before
think,
that,
is
they gotta make
doing
a
that.
good game in the
Yeah,
beginning. Like, good
Yeah.
luck. That's
I
hard.
think. So I think I think Nickelodeon's doing just fine with theirs, but from what I've heard, but that's just me.
I think I heard that they fixed a lot of problems when it first came out. Because I don't know
They
if you
wanna-
guys heard this. Michelangelo's like had an infinite loop thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like his projectile would just last forever. It's hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
And like that, and like they explain, like they're kind of more hands on. They're gonna do DLC.
What does that say? I can't
Pain.
read.
What?
Okay, I see it now.
It says pain. I think.
Yeah.
It does say
It
pain.
does.
Jack, can you hold it more close? Oh wait, there. Now, just hold it more closer. Let's just see it in all of its glory.
Did you even move it? Oh, there you go.
Oh, nice.
Pain.
There you go.
So, this isn't being made by NetherRealm. However, Jack, would you like to talk about your pain?
Yes.
So go ahead. You have your time to talk
Yeah.
about your pain.
Yes, I would like to explain why I'm suffering.
Oh, do you want me to talk about it? I can talk about your pain.
No, I
I
said
don't
that.
know. I don't know what we're talking about. I just know it's pain.
So Jack is a big Injustice fan,
Yeah.
and if NetherRealm is actually working on it, and Jeff Grubb, who I think is more right than he is wrong, it's like pretty much like 99% right. I haven't seen him be wrong yet, so he said it's not made by NetherRealm. He just said it's being made by some team.
It's still pain.
But
Every day.
I mean, we talked about it. Apparently, Mortal Kombat 12 is being worked on currently. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. I don't even need to say it anymore. Having a sign on standby will save me
That is
infinite amount of.
great. But the reason is more of copyright stuff. NetherRealm doesn't know where they're going. We looked
It's
it
still
up
hard.
finally. We know what's going on. Warner Brother, AT&T sold Warner Brothers to Discovery.
Oh yeah.
So, and they don't know like what's going on with that, and if NetherRealms is staying with AT&T games or if it's staying with Warner Brothers games. And so that's why they're doing Mortal Kombat 12. I finally understand it, and I'm happy about that. But
Such.
yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm sad for you, but
Mm.
I'm happy I understand, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, here it is. And now Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl, but this was in the works before Nickelodeon was ever announced. That's where this was. Okay. Anyways, they're doing this. Do you guys want to talk about the characters, or do you guys want to talk about it being free to play first?
Free to play is
I
interesting.
mean, the characters are interesting.
How free to play are we talking?
How free to play are we? Like free to play microtransactions. We don't know where they're coming from. If it's going to be character based, or if it's going to be alt skins.
It'd be funny if they were like, it's free for one character, and you have
You
to
get one choice, and it's LeBron James for everyone, baby.
You get to pick one
you
from
can pick
these
Bugs
few,
Bunny or
and then you
Shaggy.
gotta get this currency from playing games until you can unlock another one. But you can get the other ones faster if you pay for all these coins together.
Well, and you only get one currency for each match, and each character costs
And
100 of these currencies.
we'll have a different currency for something else.
Do you guys think free to play will hurt them or help them in the long run?
Depends how they do it.
Depends how they do it.
So yeah, like because if you have if you have them pay now, then it's like, oh, at least they're giving some money to at least to try the game, and if they don't like it, you already have their money. But if someone plays the game and does it for free and they don't pay for anything, then they're losing out because, well, they're not paying anything. They're losing money.
Yeah.
And the game has to be compelling enough to get such a massive amount of players that that percentage of them to say, oh, hey, I'm going to pay money for this XYZ thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
What about you guys, Jack Neal?
Brandon hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, I think it's like if they're making it free to play, it tells me that they likely don't have that much faith in it, so it's probably gonna be like a smaller budget title. Because if they don't feel comfortable with charging you a price for it, like Nickelodeon or something, it's like I don't know, but we'll see.
So, with that being said, we'll go one by one with these characters, or do you guys just want me to just run through the list?
Just run through it.
Okay. So this is not only the characters you see on screen, but there was a leaked image from the game that Warner Brothers took down from a YouTuber that's way bigger than us, known as Hungrybox, who talked about this. So it's more likely than not real. As of right now, there is Shaggy, Gandalf, Tom and Jerry, Batman, Fred Flintstone, Mad Max, Johnny Bravo, Harry and Ron, who are apparently in, but rights are weird, so they stopped developing them. Who knows? This weird deer thing that's on my screen that I'm looking at on my phone. Steven Universe, Harley Quinn, Finn and Jake from Adventure Time as two separate characters, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Rick. Oh, and Bugs Bunny. Not only that, but there was, again, I think this was Jeff Grubb. He talked about it, and he said the first DLC character, unknown if it's going to be paid or not, is going to be LeBron James. There could be more characters or less characters in the base roster. Who knows? But how do you guys feel about any of them?
DLC is gonna be Don Cheadle. It's just Don Cheadle.
Just Don Cheadle.
Oh boy.
I hope it's LeBron James.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I want Michael Jordan.
Oh, Michael
Not the
Jordan.
original Jam.
That'd be cool.
I also want Michael B. Jordan. Another joke that
It's
had.
Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Yes. With this current roster, how do you guys feel about it?
It's way all over the place.
Nick, I want to get back to your point right after. Or do you have anything else to say on it?
No.
Okay. Neil, Brandon, you guys have anything else to say on it? This current roster?
No, not really.
Okay.
Nope.
So I think Nick hit the nail on the head, right? With Smash Bros, the video game characters all kind of feel as if they are kind of in one universe, right? Nickelodeon does the same exact thing where they kind of fit this mesh, right? This isn't my point, by the way. I watched a video on it from the guy I watched Smash Leaks for. And he made a video about this, but I kind of agree with what he said. Warner Brothers has not done a good job of putting their characters around each other enough to make them feel like they are all in the same universe. The only time they've ever done it is more recently, which was Space Jam 2, or the one with LeBron James, where in the port they had like the Wicked Witch and some other things like
Rick and Morty are in the movie.
Rick and Morty, thank you. Rick and Morty are in the movie. I didn't watch it, so I don't know anything.
King Kong.
I just saw pictures.
Matrix.
Wonder Woman.
King Kong and Godzilla kind of met together. There's been like Shaggy kind of choking out Scorpion in an intro. So they're doing it more recently, I feel like, to try to do something alongside with this. So that way, like, maybe they'll try, like, they feel kind of like they fit, but, like, Warner Brothers, I didn't know that they owned both Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter until this game got announced, until this game got leaked, right?
Yeah, they've owned them.
But, like, it's not, like, knowledge that everybody has, right? Like, everybody knows Nickelodeon owns these characters. Everybody knows Nintendo owns these characters, and they've asked third parties to put some characters in the game.
Well, no, yeah, that's true. That's 100% true. Like, yeah, because...
You go.
No, I lost my train of thought. Go on.
Whereas, like, you know, like maybe more recently, you know that like, oh, they own DC or they own this or they own that, maybe because of HBO Max, because they have all the stuff on HBO Max. But what that does is I feel like doing it like this soon is not really that good, and I think making it free to play is gonna hinder it only because of that. Like people are gonna see this and be like, oh, that's weird. It's like, for example, with the Avengers game. I know comparing it to the Avengers game is really bad because that was a really bad game. But
Does Warner
what?
does Warner Brothers own Futurama by any chance?
Probably.
Okay,
Probably not.
probably not. Okay, never mind.
Because
Then I was gonna say
the
something.
guy that does it was Simpsons, and that's Fox.
All right, I'll be
So
away
That's
they
for a bit.
most
Fox.
likely own it.
Yeah, then that's the mouse that owns them. Never mind then.
So, but the thing about the Avengers game is everybody saw these characters, and it's kind of the fault. Like it's kind of like a fan's fault too. But it fell out of place that they didn't look. Not only did they not look that good, but they also didn't look like the characters we're used to seeing. And maybe that is our own faults, or like fans' faults, for seeing the MCU as the default. But it just fell out of place. If sometimes, like, when things feel out of place, they're not as seen as good, like, I guess, likely or good. And I don't know how many people are actually going to pick this up. And I mean, maybe that would help them with free to play then. Only
I think the
because
big. Oh,
What?
you go.
that might help them with free to play only because people would be more willing to try something if it's free over $60. Like with the Avengers game, which was $60, and no one really played because of that. You can now go. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
No problem. I was just gonna say, like, I think maybe one of the reasons why, like, we're all and maybe other people are like, on it is because, like, Warner Brothers is a bit too generic of a thing to cross everyone over with. Like, Nickelodeon cartoons make sense because if you grew up watching, one or two of them, you probably watched at least three or four, or you knew about them. Like Smash Bros, like, yeah, Nintendo is a big, like, umbrella, but it's highly unlikely you're like, yeah, I love Zelda and nothing else. But like with Warner Brothers, it's like, they're a company that owns rights. They're not directing it. It's not made by the Warner Brothers. They're just a company. That's like if Coca-Cola crossed over every like drink at a party or like food they owned. You'd be like, I didn't know they owned Ritz. But like, it's. And I think that leads to why it feels like the characters don't really mesh well because like you don't look at Lord of the Rings and go, that's a Warner Brothers movie. Like with movies and TV shows, if it's a TV show, it's probably a cartoon or a popular show that you just see on its own merits. And if it's a movie, you probably think of the director. Like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is owned by HBO, but like no one says HBO's Game of Thrones. It's just Game of Thrones.
Yep.
They're like Scooby-Doo. You don't look at Scooby-Doo and go, that's a Warner Brothers show. You just go, it's a cartoon.
I think that, like, maybe a Cartoon Network one would have made a bit more sense.
Yeah, but
I don't think that's happening. Like, I think this is what we're getting. Well, this is obviously what we're getting. It's been leaked pretty much.
Well, I mean, there was a Cartoon Network
There
2D
was
fighter.
one on the Wii. That is true.
Yeah.
I just think... I think this is going to be a very interesting game when it comes out. I don't know if it's going to pick up any traction. I think when we talk about it more, when like it's actually announced or is out, I think that's when maybe we'll have more of an well, obviously we'll have more of an insight to it, but maybe
I was so excited
more of an opinion.
I was so excited for this to happen. once the Smash clone for Nickelodeon got announced, I was like, oh, this is great. Every company is now going to try and milk me with nostalgia bait. I'm here for it.
Jack,
Yeah.
I love that you just segued for me. I don't have to. That would have been great if I didn't want to if I didn't want to bring up another topic, but I guess before we move on to other companies, because they say at least two others are with major IP are developing others. Who else would you want other than the people we named? Or who do you think?
Cartoon Network and Disney Channel. I want a main Hannah Montana.
Oh,
Switches
no, I just
into
meant
Miley
that Warner Brothers
Cyrus.
owns, so I guess like from Cartoon Network.
I want the Disney Channel game.
We can talk about the Disney Channel.
Do we get
games. I was
Samurai
actually gonna bring
Jack,
that up.
where he has a gun?
Yes.
Yeah, time skip Samurai Jack and made most part of the series Samurai Jack.
That'd be cool.
They're exactly the same character, except for one of them just has a gun.
Neil, what about you? What do you got? You want
We're talking Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network, Warner Brothers, just spitball.
Ben 10, Cartoon Network. That was Cartoon Network, right?
Good shout, great shout, but old Ben 10.
Yes,
Not
yes,
this
the original.
new piece of shit.
No, never,
But
never
you know
that.
this new piece of shit is gonna be the one in it.
Yeah.
Wait,
that's
what
true.
about? All right, how about this? First Ben 10, and then Alien Force Ben 10.
No, they're talking about the remake of the original.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Ben 10 is it?
I know. No, I know.
Fuck that.
Yeah. No,
Alien Force
this new one is bad.
I was gonna bring up Samurai Jack, but I have 3 other names written down that I personally think would be funny to see. Jon Snow, because I think it'd be funny. But I want specifically Jon Snow during the season 5 finale, season 6 premiere. Not gonna mention anything other than that because I think it'd be funnier that way. I want Courage the Cowardly Dog, but I want his moveset to be all of the creepy shit from the series and not like him just because he just screams, right? But his moveset would be all of him summoning forth all of the scary shit from his like stuff, and I think it'd be great.
Eustace, you made me look bad.
You're getting me, Mallet.
Before I move on to my last one, which I think is the funniest thing of all, I just want to give a shout out to Dexter's Laboratory, or Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. I want Ed, and Eddie as one character. Just all of them. And I don't know. I want to see the Joker. I guess. Oh, I want Martian Manhunter. That's who I want. He was my guy when I watched the Justice League.
What about
Weird
Jason
choice,
Todd?
I know, but he was my guy.
No, the Martian Manhunter's cool.
An Injustice game.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want. I want a Justice League fighting game.
That'd be cool.
It exists. It's called Injustice.
Well, my last one is, well, they're gonna put LeBron James in it, probably. So my thought, as a wrestling fan, they own the TV rights to AEW, the rival company of WWE that has been shooting up. That's been hot for like 2 years now, and they're kind of giving Vince a run for his money. They beat him for that half hour in the ratings a couple of weeks ago. So I'd say throw in their mascot and put CM Punk in there. They've been like throwing him around. Maybe have him like throw his ice cream bars. You could have their current world champion Kenny Omega.
It'll be funny
to put a wrestler in there, but yeah.
I just think it'd be funny if they put in LeBron James and he's dog shit, like F tier.
I think he will be, but I don't know. Let's see, because like TNT, which Warner Brothers owns, they do a lot of sports shit. So I wouldn't be surprised if, like, because they do a lot of hockey. So I don't know, throwing a hockey person in there. They do a lot of they do pretty much everything that's like American other than football. So maybe throw in like a baseball mascot. Be funny. But let's move on. You mentioned the Disney game. What are these two Western studios you guys or Western companies you guys think about? You mentioned Disney. Go ahead with your idea about Disney.
It was a joke. I just wanted Hannah Montana and Zach and Cody to beat the fuck up at each other.
That would be funny. It's gonna happen. So, here's my thoughts on it. I think we're getting more than two. But I came up with a few companies that I thought are probably in the running.
Sony can make another one.
That was one of my thoughts. So my two top choices, which are the two you guys have named, are Disney and Sony. Disney, I think, is the other company indefinitely. I think this one is almost a lock. Because if you think about it, Disney owns a lot right now, right? And not only that, they just put in a character into Smash. Maybe they asked a bit of questions about Smash to Sakurai to get advice on their game. I mean, I don't know how talks went about Sora. I mean, they put very little in for it for Disney content, but I don't know. I think it'd be funny to see Mickey Mouse beat the shit out of Hannah Montana.
That would be pretty funny.
Not only that, but they have a lot of franchises that they now own because of what they've bought. They own Fox, which you could have like Family Guy, Simpsons, football, if that's what you plan on doing. They own Marvel, so this is where you probably throw in like Iron Man, Cap, Wolverine, Spider-Man maybe. I don't really know how that would work because of Sony.
They can do it.
They own National Geographic. Maybe throw in Jeff Goldblum. I think he does the narration for it. I don't know.
You get to play as a lion.
Get to play as a lion.
You have to play as the National Geographic logo.
I hope so. They own like I don't know what else they own. I think they own Hulu. I could be wrong.
Maybe I think Disney maybe does. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they do.
Or you were gonna say I think they own Disney Plus.
Yeah, I think they own Disney. Do you guys think they own Disney Plus? I don't know. I was kind of confused.
I think they own the Plus.
I think they own the blue part of the logo.
Oh, okay.
The Disney part,
yeah.
Not so sure about that.
Other than that, like you have like the Disney show stuff, Wizards of Waverly Place, Hannah Montana, Phineas and Ferb. You have like the movies. You got Cinderella, Moana, Elsa, and then you have like Pixar stuff. So like the monsters from Monsters Inc., Toy Story. So Buzz and
They have a
Woody.
lot of options.
They have a lot that they can
Mike
do.
Wazowski is a top tier character because of his small hitbox.
Yes.
Oh yeah, small hitbox, good frame
And-
of image.
Lowe's can't hit him because he's way too short.
Yup. Not only that, I think Disney is scummy enough to go and do this, and I think they would follow in Warner Brothers' footsteps and make it free to play. And more likely than not only on phones, but like it'd be like Fortnite. So it'd be like on phones and like on consoles. And that's my opinion on it. On a Disney one. Any thoughts on a Disney one?
No.
It'd be funny. It'd be all right. It'd be kind of lame actually.
When's Sora coming?
Sora's out.
I don't think Sora would be in it.
Square Enix.
But Disney
please.
owns everything.
Yeah.
Hey, Square Enix, can we have Sora? Why?
What do you mean? We just put him in another game. Just put him in this one. What do you
Bonus
mean? We
No,
material.
can't
no,
do
no.
that.
Disney can put them in. I just don't think they're gonna want to taint their game. They
I
told
don't think
Smash,
they
yeah, you
see
can
it as
have it, I
tainting.
guess, but
I don't think they see it as tainting. I think they see it as money.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna put Kingdom Hearts in. I think the closest we're gonna get to Kingdom Hearts is a Mickey skin.
Isn't that what Sora is?
Yes. The other one, because Nick mentioned it, I think it's Sony. I think Sony's the other one. I know it said It says Western Studios here, but my thought is it's Sony. I think that I mean we've heard rumors about it like years ago that they're trying to make a third one, and like other stuff. I can't see a world where they don't try to do it again on like another Sony console on the PS5 just to see
They,
how much money they can make.
yeah, but I figured they'd learn by now if they're going to make a third attempt, though.
The problem with Sony is that they never learn. You
It's a lot
see,
of companies, but
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, because I mean, like, because I've been hearing shit about Peter going back to Sony, anyways, which I
Yeah.
truly believe now. I'm very sad about it, but whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. Maybe I'll mention more about it to you guys off camera because I don't think this is the place. But
Or is it?
other than that, Riot Games was on a rumor list because that was one I heard, which would I guess just be a League one. I don't really know. Maybe you would throw Valorant characters in there. Let's not talk about American or Western studios a bit. I don't even know if Riot is. They might be Korean. I don't know. I think Square has a big roster enough to do it, and I wouldn't be shocked if they did it. They would just only put in like 5 songs while they did it.
They would put more in. It's their game.
It's true.
Yeah.
And I honestly think it'd be really funny if they put Gino in this one and just didn't let Nintendo use him.
That'd be
And
great.
then they made a Sora skin for like a custom character.
That'd be funny.
Hoggers.
I think they would put in Sora. Sega has a bunch of like things they don't use, as well as the things they do use. Yakuza Man, Sonic, Billy Hatcher, Super Monkey Ball characters, Persona, etc. The other one I want to mention because I just think they're as dumb as Disney is Shonen Jump. I wouldn't be shocked if they saw Jump Force as a massive fail and just decided and just asked Bandai Namco if they can make another 2D fighter.
That'd be something.
2D fighter for Shonen Jump, which I think
That
would
would be
honestly benefit them.
A 2D fighter would be hype for
Yeah.
Shonen. That'd be dumb.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd play it if it was good.
Yeah. Me too.
As long as they have Bobo and that's all I want. They didn't have him in Jump Force, and I was sad. So
The most recent one?
yeah, they had him in the
He in
one.
J-Stars?
Yeah, he's
Is he
in
in
J-Stars. Victory Road.
He's in
is.
J-Stars.
Yeah.
Okay.
That I remember. I don't remember if the video's still up, but we played it. Like before your time, your time, Neil.
Jump.
And I think your time, Jack. But we did play it.
Ooh, old.
That was old. That was an
Oh,
old
they
one.
didn't-
That was before Jump Force even came out.
Wow, he's not in. Wow.
He's not in Jump Force, right?
No, I was looking at a different character.
Which character?
The main character of Reborn. Tuna. Yeah, I was like,
He's
oh,
not,
is he in
no.
there? Because he was in J-Stars,
He was.
but he wasn't in this. He's
Yeah,
also
'cause
in
they
all
were-
the
but
DS games.
they had
That's
Light Yagami as a non-playable character.
Unbelievable.
Go figure that one out. So I honestly think I could see it. The one I'm going to talk about last, which is actually transition into our next topic, is Microsoft. Microsoft has been buying a lot of companies. The Bethesda, they have Steve, they have Rare, and it wouldn't shock me if they continue to buy more. So if they do have a lot, they could put in a lot of their companies in, or they could put in a lot of their their now IPs in it, and that wouldn't shock me. So,
Right.
any other companies before we move on to our next topic?
No.
No.
Okay. So Tokyo Game Show happened. This is our first of 2 events that we're going to talk about, but I'm not scrolling through this. First of all, do you guys know anything that happened here other than the thing that's on the bottom here?
No.
No.
So it was shit.
What does that say?
Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin gets a release date in March. That's all.
Okay.
So that happened. There was Monster Hunter Rise stuff. MiHoYo had a concert. So that's the Genshin people.
Hey, Capcom.
Capcom, literally, Neil.
Fuck
Oh,
Capcom,
Jack,
dude.
Jack.
Oh my god.
Sign. Go.
What?
Oh. Yeah.
And
Neil, go talk about your pain. Go. Go, Neil.
No, bruh, dude. Monster Hunter again. No battle. No battle network again. I'm just pain. That's it. Just pain. Again, bro. This is our last shot, bro. Ugh.
For
Sad.
the year.
Yeah, for the year. For the year. Yeah.
I think it's
Another
still
one
coming.
down.
They wouldn't have said something if, it
Fucking.
wasn't.
Yeah. I didn't expect it, but it would have been nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Euden got gameplay. There was like an Atelier announcement.
Well, that's
Basically
cool.
a bunch of boring shit. Like nothing happened. Which is very sad. Because I like Tokyo Game Show for the most part. I was really hoping for a Yakuza announcement. Because I know they're working on 8 now. However...
Monster Hunter. God damn it. Oh.
Phil Spencer was and Xbox was at Tokyo Game Show. Not only are they working to localize some of their games, so like Redfall, Starfield, are going to be localized for Japan, which I found interesting. They're having stuff go to Game Pass, which are like I guess Japanese IP, like Japanese stuff that are going there. But he mentions that they want to increase their Japanese lineup.
They want to take over the island.
They do. So we've talked
Well, I think they
about
just want.
this.
No, I think it's like they want to. Yeah, it says they just want to bring Japanese games to Xbox,
They do.
which is
But what's
nice.
the easiest way to do that?
Go
Just
there.
putting the games on your system, like it says here. What does it say? Yeah, help bring Japanese games around the world. Blah blah blah.
But what if you didn't have to go out of your way to ask a company to put their games on Xbox if you already own them?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You just buy them, but like that seems very like obviously Microsoft is like infinite money, but it also seems very wasteful. Like I don't feel like they're gonna. You wouldn't gain enough. I don't think it's
Think
worth
so.
the price. No, because Japanese games, unless you're like Final Fantasy or like Final Fantasy or something, like you're not making that much money. So it's like Bethesda makes sense, and it's like they're not going to sell that well on Xbox. It's like why would you buy it? Like it doesn't make sense. You don't have an audience in the first place. Like
It's
not a
true.
sizable enough one for
You
it to make it
don't.
worth the purchase. Bethesda for sure. The people who like Bethesda games are definitely on Xbox, 100%. So it's like that makes sense. This doesn't seem smart, but I don't know.
Companies
Doesn't seem like a good
aren't
idea.
typically smart.
Well,
And
no, I mean they're not like
still think on the table if to accept that money themselves, like they'll be bought out for this amount. Just wouldn't shock me. We saw, what was it, 7.5 with Bethesda. They're trying to increase your market base. The way you're going to be able to do that is buy something of value from it, something that people like from these. And if it's if you're
Yeah,
a
but
really
like,
big fan of something, you're gonna end up buying something to get that thing, right?
yeah, I get what you're saying, but like, it's another thing where it's like it's a very much like where certain games end up is very much like it's very like set in stone. Like you expect, like you can't suddenly, like if they started out doing that, it would work, but like they can't just suddenly try to pivot and like no one's already there, and it's like not everyone is gonna go buy like an Xbox,
That's
especially
true.
if they already have a PlayStation. It's like, I mean, they're not stupid. They definitely know that. So it's like, it's like,
Which is why they have Game Pass, right? Which is $15 a month, so that way people could buy it, play
yeah.
on their phones, etc.
Yeah, but like they
Right?
don't need to buy a company to put it on on
They
Game Pass.
don't.
They could just get the game and be like,
They
yeah,
don't, like they did with Scarlet Nexus, that is owned by Bandai
indeed,
Namco,
Bandai.
right?
Yep, it's Somnium Files too.
However, a lot of games that I mean, there are certain companies that I don't think would benefit from it, but there are certain companies I think that would actually look into it. Why, either A, because they're stupid, or B, because, well, I mean, with Sega's situation, they've been losing revenue for like a while. Like that's a known secret. And it wouldn't shock me if money just struck at them and they said yes. We've talked about that. And Bandai's stupid. Let's be honest. Let's be honest for a second. And I'm not talking about the people that make Tekken or the people that make Tales of or the people that make their other fighting games, cuz that's not the Bandai I know. Or the first Bandai I know, because the Bandai I know is the Bandai that Nick knows. The Bandai that I know is a Bandai
Yeah.
that Brandon knows. And
Yeah.
that Bandai is the anime shill games that they make. Not only that, the Bandai that I know now has this logo.
I don't like that new logo.
Very bad logo.
Yeah.
It's very bad.
Why?
That
Okay,
is the
you say
band.
you go
Like this
vertical
isn't
or
an ECU
horizontal
though.
now. What's the difference?
That is
Yeah,
the
like a
Bandai
lot of
I know.
companies are doing this though, like across the like globe, not just they're like changing their things and like I think Discord did it.
Simplified.
Like, a lot of places are, like companies are just simplifying their logos and stuff. Yeah,
That
they're all
defeats the
doing it.
purpose, though, of showing what a company
so
is.
dumb.
I guess it's like I don't know. The data must show that like, hey, if people respond to simpler logos, so then we're gonna. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's
You do.
yeah,
Okay.
especially for a long term brand, it's just not a good idea. It doesn't seem like a good idea. People don't like it, but what are you gonna do?
So an example of that,
Yeah.
where like so they must have had like I want to say test people, but that's not the right. That's not the
People
right.
are sheep then if they're okay with this.
No. What's the word I'm looking for? Like when you go to like view something, like a test group.
Screen does. Test group, yeah.
Test group. Okay. A test group. I'm gonna bring this. This has nothing to do with video games, but AEW does one thing that a lot of people don't like, and that's the Cody Rhodes segments, which were test grouped by other people because Cody's that like weird about his stuff. He's an EVP and kind of has his own bubble, whereas the rest of AEW is actually consistent and good. It's very weird.
Oh, he's the strange in that scenario.
Yes.
Okay.
And he and so like he got his stuff like tested and that got approved, but people booed him for it. For the past like 3 months, and I'm included in this because I went to a show in New York. You could not hear louder boos anywhere than when this guy was fighting and like winning against the heel. He's supposed to be a good guy. I don't know if I feel like test groups, when you're test grouping something and you see like the person behind it, you have more of an inclination to tell them that they did a good job on it, is what I mean, which is what I'm kind of trying to say. So, but that's the Bandai I know. I don't know about the Bandai like the Bandai that made Tales of and the Bandai that does good with Tekken. Not the Bandai I know. The Bandai I know makes shill anime games, because that's what I've known for like 5-6 years of them doing. So it wouldn't shock me if they're dumb enough to actually do that, is what I'm trying to get at. They've already like put a lot of their Japanese IP on Xbox and Game Pass. Like Tales of Arise was on Xbox, right? And so was the only one that hasn't been since Vesperia was Xillia 1 and 2, right?
Hmm?
Or
Wait,
am I
what's your
wrong
question?
on that?
Wait, what was your question?
Only Tales of before after Vesperia that on Xbox was Xillia 1 and 2, right? Like,
Xillia was not on Xbox. Like, Xillia was only on PlayStation.
yeah, no. Other than that, but the rest of them have.
No,
Was
Symphonia is
Vesperia-
not on Xbox.
No, but after Vesperia.
Oh, after then, yeah, because it's Vesperia. Was it Vesperia then Graces? Fuck, I forgot. But
I can look it
I don't
up.
think Graces is on it, but
it's not. But I don't know if it came out after or. Hold on, I need to check.
Neil, hey, thank you.
There's Tales of Assyria, Tale of Arise,
Why are you doing this to me?
I
Crisis
just don't know if
Tales.
Vesperia...
Oh, Graces was after Vesperia. Okay, so Tales of Hearts and Tales of Graces, neither of them were on Xbox.
Neither
And they
of
came out
them.
after Vesperia.
Zillia wasn't. What about Zestiria and Berseria?
Zestiria wasn't. Berseria, I would need to check.
Thank
Let's
you for
see.
doing
Tales-
this.
It was not.
Tales.
Okay.
Wait,
So,
Tales of
It was
Assyria?
literally, it was Vesperia and then all the way Arise in terms of Xbox releases.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Vesperia is one of the very few games. I think it's the only game in the series actually that
That
released
one in
on
Arise.
Xbox first. No. I'll say
Oh,
Vesperia
Xbox
released
first,
on Xbox
yeah.
first. Yeah. Then a year later, they got it on PS3
Mhm.
with like better stuff and whatever.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, over the past couple of years, and like this is what I've noticed about like from E3s and stuff, a lot of like Bandai has been on Xbox like presentations, not on Sony's, right?
Yeah.
Because although I think Arise was it at Xbox's?
It was.
Okay, I know
It
it was
was.
at Gamescom's this year, or not Gamescom. It was
It was at E3 as well for Xbox.
I thought it was at the
Arise.
Future Games show, but one. But yeah,
I don't know
it
about
was. You're right. You're right. It was. But like Bandai Namco has put like a lot of their stuff like not at Sony's stuff, but at Xbox's stuff. At least over the past like few years now, so that's why like those are the two companies. I don't know who would. I think Sega would benefit more, only just because of how their money situation, but honestly, I thought about this in my head, or I thought about this. The only reason I would want a Japanese company to be bought by Xbox is because of the localization thing. Because then, like games would be localized more here, or at a faster rate, like probably more worldwide. Instead of, I don't know, Nice America taking 2 fucking years on a game that's been out for 10. Just want
All right. Well, it's been out for 10, but like, the main thing that's not the main thing. The main thing is that it's already translated, which is a little like.
It's already
how?
translated, and they're using that translation, and it's not out yet.
Yeah, that's like it should have been like a few months, not a year. Like I think 6 months would have been even like 8 months.
I hate
Even
East
eight
That's
months,
Africa.
but a year
They're
is
the worst. They're
over
scum.
a year because they announced it in like June or July or something.
wait, America.
Hell,
You hate America or
No.
Americans?
Nice America.
Oh,
The company, the translation company. Hate
yeah,
them.
okay.
but
They're scum.
all right, relax. All right,
No,
you're lucky you're even
fuck
getting
you.
those games in the first place.
They
If not for
take.
them, we wouldn't even
Do
have the
something
game.
ungrateful.
Next topic. Next topic, please.
I would just.
Hell,
Anyways, I don't want to talk
dude.
about Tokyo Game Show anymore. This sucks. Fuck Tokyo Game Show. Anyways, Nick and Brandon are here, and I know we've talked about Halo. I know Neil's played Halo, but Halo
Yeah.
Infinite got a new campaign trailer, and I don't know if you guys have seen it, Nick or Brandon or whatever, but I think it looks good.
Wait, is this the one where he's like holding on to like making sure everyone's safe,
I don't
or is
know.
there another one?
When did you watch it? This
D-
came out
honestly,
like 2
dude,
days ago.
I
5
don't
days
know
ago,
what
my
I've
bad.
watched. I don't know what I've seen in like years. So
That's
like
fair.
I don't know.
Let's see. What was here? You got a new Cortana. Master Chief can grab a bunch of stuff, stuff. It's an open world like campaign, so like you can like go from like mission to mission.
Interesting.
You can destroy enemy bases, which like looked really cool. You have experience points and upgrades. I was really gonna transition. I forgot I was gonna transition from if Bandai Namco did buy was bought by Microsoft. I really would like to see the Halo RPG, but turns out we're getting experience points, so that's one step closer. And some upgrades, which is cool. Yeah,
Okay.
RPG elements. They have some bosses. You can blow up shit. You're like the one man wrecking crew. What we would have liked
What's
to
called
see. But yeah,
Brandon?
I'm very excited.
What's called one thing I just learned recently. Either of you guys, did you know that the EMP, like this plasma grenades can't do, plasma guns can't EMP vehicles anymore now in the newest one?
What?
Really?
Yeah, because they implemented electric guns.
Oh.
Interesting.
Like, what's the point of like getting rid of what it's known for a whole new categorized weapon?
And I guess plasma. They just want plasma to be good against shields, and that's it. But what is there anything else that uses shields besides like players?
Not that I know of.
Enemies? They have enemies with shields.
I guess for the campaign, yeah, but
Yeah,
still,
like,
that
maybe
just
you'll
bothers
have like
me.
Enemies, yes.
like maybe you'll have like a
But-
shield of your own.
Well, yeah.
In general, plasma is good against shields. That's it.
Yeah.
And ballistic weapons are that, and then it had added stuff, but it seems that electric weapons are just better against vehicle. I don't know how that stuff works.
I don't know either, but that's just one thing I found randomly on YouTube, and that just pissed me off. And it's
That's interesting.
true as well.
Maybe they'll look into fixing that because it is coming out in like a month. With the polish. But I don't know. It looks a lot better than it did when they were first like showing it off.
Oh yeah, it does. But from the photos, yeah.
I'm excited for that. I'm excited for multiplayer. I wish multiplayer worked differently with their EXP, but I don't know. I'm excited to have it through Game Pass. I hope that like Brandon and Nick buy it because like Jack and Neil. I wish they could buy it, but it's on Game or they don't have those things that it's on, or they do.
That game might give me that game might be a reason to actually play my Xbox One again.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to do like custom maps and stuff, and it's all gonna be there, and it's gonna be cool, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's why my Discord thing has been changed. Has been changed now. It's now Angel Ring Forever, which means Halo Infinite. But
When is this game coming out again?
December 8th. So just ask for it for
Oh
Christmas
wow.
or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Might as well.
Excited. Do you guys have any thoughts on
Yeah.
Halo? Jack Neal?
No.
No, not really.
Speaking of Microsoft, last thing on Microsoft.
Oh
You guys love
God.
it? Do you guys love it?
Why? Why? It failed the first time.
No,
What's the difference
Third
with
Let's
the second
fucking
one?
go! It's
Hard.
back! It's risen from the dead!
Fucking kidding me. Did they
well, I don't
not
think it's
learn?
actually. Yeah, it's not. It's not actually Microsoft, or is it? No, they're working with Microsoft apparently.
They're
Oh,
working with Microsoft
interesting.
on it. So they're not actually like doing anything for it. They're not going to bring it to their
It's for
actual
TV.
consoles. It's
Yeah, it's
just
for
for
TV.
this TV.
Oh, that's pointless.
It's funny. It's back.
So they're making a resource for
Yeah.
no reason.
What's most likely happening is they have a warehouse of Kinects that will never be bought again.
So they're reusing them to make new
And they're just
connects.
and they're probably just giving it to these people.
God
That's my
damn
thought.
it.
How do you guys feel about
My
it?
thing is just
Do you love it? I love it.
It's don't call it a comeback. It never left.
Exactly. It's here. It's real. Let's fucking go!
can it not be real?
No.
Could this just be a simulation?
It could be, but the horrible truth is that it is in fact real.
And speaking of weird things that happened in business, other than Facebook changing everything to Meta, the two of the Yakuza series masterminds have left. This happened this month. We
Oh.
talked about last month that this could happen. Now it has. I'm the only one that's really played Yakuza. I think Brandon played a couple of hours. Neil played a bit of the first one, maybe? Or
Yeah.
of Zero? Yeah.
0. Yeah.
But they've left. I don't know how much of an influence they still had. Well, they were like lead designers and producers and
They
directors. So I'm very sad because I like Yakuza. The most recent game they had, I actually really enjoyed, especially for its story and gameplay. So which was Lost Judgment. But they're gonna make Yakuza 8, and I hope the team can bounce back and everything. But what are you guys' thoughts on this? They left. They haven't announced where they're going. They just
probably had a
said they're
good reason.
leaving for their future endeavors. So
It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
Probably had a good
Job
reason, if
variance.
anything. The
Yeah,
reason or meta?
I think the series will be fine though.
I think so too.
Yeah. I think the rest of the team is experienced enough. They'll be fine. We also don't know just how much these two people had influence on the series anymore. I'm sure in the beginning, but now I'm sure it'll be fine. Probably.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm
Hope
excited
so.
to see what they do though, because if they make games like Yakuza, but they're just not Yakuza anymore and maybe on a different topic, I'd still be down to buy it. They're probably still gonna be good games. I mean, if they make Fortnite, I mean, it's probably gonna be shit, but Do you guys see it right there? Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Uh,
We're not talking about this, but anybody else got any opinions on this? Other not the Facebook thing.
It'll be fine, Yakuza.
I believe so.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah. speaking of our last weird thing, or last weird business thing, at least I think it is. Yeah, it is. Suda51, Suda51's company was acquired by NetEase. NetEase is not Tencent, the other Chinese conglomerate. Actually, I don't know. I'm just gonna say they're not. The other ones that this is the company that is rumored to make a company for the Yakuza people, which was gonna be my segue, but I forgot about it. So my question to pose to you guys, because have you guys seen reviews for No More Heroes 3? Or have you guys seen
No.
gameplay of it?
No, it was out.
No.
It
I
looked
didn't
kind of
notice.
like it looked bad. Like their overworld looked bad. It looked bad and shit.
Yeah.
Do you guys think because of this transaction, do you think No More Heroes is gonna look better, or like the future of like their games, or do you think that they bought it and nothing's gonna really come of this?
The latter. Nothing's gonna really come of it.
Nothing's gonna really come of it.
We got to see what happens.
Gotta see what happens from Nick. Neil, what you got?
I think there's a decent chance that games will probably look better, at the very least.
Yeah.
But it's
Do you think
possible
they'll-
anyway. But yeah.
Yeah. Brandon, what about you?
Not too sure.
Not too sure.
Like, I feel like I don't know.
Other question I'm gonna impose, because they've been bought out. Do you think he's gonna make games from other company like on other consoles now, or just Nintendo, kind of still, with maybe the port over the PC?
That might be the case.
I mean, who knows? It's a good
I don't know.
question. Like,
Probably all over the place.
Probably all over the place.
Yeah, I think if they have a good, they still have their relationship with Nintendo. If it's Nintendo, will, instead of working directly with them, will work with their parent company, and if their parent company is like, yeah, let's just stick with Nintendo. But probably more than just Nintendo. I don't know. Probably that though. Especially if it's a No More Heroes game, especially.
I
Or
think.
but
Yeah. I think he's probably going to work on a lot more crazier ideas now that he's bought out by another company. But that's just me, because I don't know if these Chinese conglomerates actually know how to make games other than League of Legends clones. But that's just me. They might just let him go wild for the first one. Yeah. That was Suda51. It's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
This was a pretty big rumor that's been going around. Konami is apparently going to revive Castlevania, Metal Gear Solid, and Silent Hill. How do you guys feel about that?
I'm kind of stoked to see what the direction they do with Castlevania and Metal Gear.
yeah, that's hype.
Unoptimistic.
What do you say, Jack?
Unoptimistic for it.
Really?
I hope they're good.
I mean, yeah, they're reviving it, but don't forget who killed the series. It was them.
I mean, yeah.
It's not like these are like beloved games from the 80s that just kind of petered off. These were games that were, doing really good, and then Konami decided they didn't want to anymore. Like, they completely canceled the Silent Hill game that rocked the world. They dragged Metal Gear Solid through the mud just to end it, and then Castlevania. They've not cared about Castlevania in a very long time.
I think the last one was like
the only thing they've done as of recent with it is the Advanced Collection is now all over the place, which is probably just a feeler.
It's like, the thing is like, they were making games and they were good, but they're not up to snuff with everything else, and games are getting more and more expensive, and they see, ooh, pachinko machines do really well, and they do that, and then now they're like, wait a minute, we have series that people really love, and nostalgia is really strong now. We can milk these,
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, it'd be cool to see these series come back, but like I said, we have to remember who killed them.
That's true. Metal Gear.
That one is like, no, that one's like,
Yeah.
just do
What would they
something else.
even do for
The
Metal
story-
Gear?
I'm very
Without Kojima, it's
scared.
like not right.
What?
Like without Kojima, it's not right. Like they shouldn't like. I don't want
Yeah,
them
that's
to make. That's the
maybe.
one on the 3. I'm like, I don't want to see that. The
Yeah,
other
same.
two,
Yeah.
good.
That's my opinion. I don't want to see. I just like I don't know what they do, and I have no faith after Survive.
It's literally like a corpse that they're just constantly like desecrating because we're just like, yeah, it'll make money, right? It's like, stop.
It's
My-
It's like the
especially because like Metal Gear is not the kind of game Konami would make. It's the kind of game Kojima would make.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
And
disrespectful at this point.
My hope is that it's not a walking sim like Kojima's other game, and that
but
it's
even
a game.
then, they notoriously did not make it easy for him to make Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
They made him take his fucking name off of it. And like, yeah, maybe that's a little pretentious, but when all of them are a Hideo Kojima game and he's so tied to the story, it's like that's a little disrespectful.
The one I'm looking forward to is Castlevania because I really want to see what a modern Castlevania looks like because I don't think it's going to be like how it once was. I think it's probably going to be a lot different, and that kind of excites me.
I think the most recent one was I don't quote me if I'm right, like 1990s or 2000s where you get to play like the reincarnation of Dracula
Mm-mm.
or something
Xbox.
like that.
I think he plays Alucard.
No. It was
No,
like it's set
there
in
have been newer
Japan.
ones on the Wii.
Oh, there is? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like I think the last actual Castlevania was either late PS3 or PS4 era.
Because
I could
the
be wrong.
Castlevania game I'm talking about, you see Alucard. It's
Could
set in
someone
Japan,
look that up for me?
like normal city town Japan, where you see Alucard as like a different name, who looks, or well, not looks, has black hair and like looks modernized. I don't know what it's called though.
I know what you're talking about. I think it's like a.
It
I
was a
feel
Game
like
Boy
it's from
game.
that era. Is it a Game Boy? No.
I think it was a Game Boy game.
Let me see.
Okay. Silent Hill, I know nothing about. Honestly, Silent Hill doesn't shock me here because I mean I've been hearing rumors we've heard like rumors all over the place. Or was that something else?
It just annoys me that they had such a good thing going, and like they had an insane thing going, and then they canceled it, and then it became Death Stranding.
You know?
Like PT is like genuinely terrifying. Like,
That's
it
what,
was so
okay.
well done, and like
Yeah.
imagine like a game with like it's basically, you know, it was Kojima. He was writing it and directing it, and it was like, this is crazy. Like Silent Hill games are known for their stories and their horror. And imagine the guy who can really sell the atmosphere and cinematic experience for
I
a war
think
story,
Kojima
like
would
for a
have been
horror
able
game.
to do it.
He did. His demo was fucking insane, and then they canceled the game because I guess they didn't want to. They didn't want to do it.
My thing about Death Stranding, while we're trying to pull up what the latest Castlevania game is.
Okay, so it was the game I was talking about. It was Castlevania Aria of Sorrows or Dawns of Sorrows.
Was that on? So that was on the Game Boy.
That was on the DS 2003 and 2005.
So that's
And
probably
then
a part of the Advanced Collection, maybe. But I
yeah,
don't know.
and then they had another one 2006 on the DS.
Okay. Was that the latest game?
Well, I'm looking at when they
No,
were
there was one on the
chronologically.
Xbox.
There's, let me see.
There was
Zach,
like
what did
two
you
on the
say?
Xbox, actually. There were two of them on the Xbox.
And that
I'm
was
looking
like
at
the
the,
latest one, like on a timeline or something, like on Wiki.
I don't know. I guess. They're called Castlevania games.
um,
The
PlayStation
most
2 and Xbox 2003 and 2005. So roughly the same time as the DS ones.
There was one on the Wii, yeah, but the Lords of Shadow, like, is that really
Yeah,
a
that's what I was saying.
Castlevania game? Those are action. Those are like those
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what Konami does to their series.
yeah.
They make them bad, and then they sell bad, and they go, see, they're bad. Let's not make any more.
I think the most recent one, like
Lord of
true
Shadows 2.
Castlevania game, was Adventure Rebirth, which was it was a remake, but it was a remake of a
Yeah.
it was on the Wii. That
Yeah.
was the most recent one, quote unquote. Talking about new one, then that's 2008 with Order of Ecclesia.
Actually,
DS
I'm on it
Yeah.
right
Insane.
now. Oh, you're talking about like in the Castlevania style, like the 2D.
Yeah, like actual
Lord,
Castlevania games. Yeah.
Oh, you you know what's crazy about
Mhm.
PT? I'm reading the Wikipedia. So Guillermo del Toro was also like going to be like writing it too, and do you want to know who he confirmed was also going to be like a part of it?
Who?
Junji Ito.
who's that?
Dude, that would have been hype, bro.
Yeah,
What?
wouldn't it? He's a very
That,
prolific horror mangaka.
Holy shit,
oh
that
my
would have been
god, that
awesome.
would have been so cool. What?
So Lord of Shadows got a 58 on Metacritic. This is number 2.
Yeah. That's the most recent one, 2014.
Lord of Shadows 1. If I could find Metacritic, because I'd rather do the Metacritic score. 81 on Metacritic, which shocks me.
That's shit. Oddly high.
Um, like I don't think it's gonna be 2D. I think it's gonna be more like the newer games, but that's just my opinion.
I mean, it could be 2D with 3D aspects.
Could be.
That would be pretty bad if they were like, let's just make it. Like, if it's like the Lord of the Shadow games, yeah, that's a yikes.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe it'd be like more, probably be different from those. Maybe something
I wonder
people
what.
actually like, but I don't know.
Let's see. Their last 2D one got an 85 on Metacritic.
Damn.
When was that one?
And that was close to Lord of Shadows rating on Metacritic.
2008
Damn.
on Nintendo DS.
Anyone else got anything to say other than this, or
Yeah.
yeah?
No, that's it. No, that's it, I think. I don't know
Yeah.
words.
Okay. So this was interesting news that came out. Not it came out like a week ago, not a couple of days ago.
How about EA can't using FIFA?
But FIFA announced that they're planning to end their exclusivity rights.
Yeah, that's because like FIFA was like, pay me like $10 billion or something to use the name. It's like they're like, oh hell no, dude,
Yeah, it was like, nah, man, what
FIFA
the fuck?
no.
wants 1 billion every
Yeah,
4
it's hit 1 billion.
years
That's
to
what it
use
was.
their
But
No.
truly ridiculous amount of money.
and doesn't want
Like,
EA to include real game highlights in their games and exploring NFTs as another way to make money. So they were
So you're
against
telling
microtransactions.
so you're telling EA not to be EA?
Yeah,
Possible.
that doesn't shock me because like FIFA's big all over the world, like or well soccer in general. That they want this much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's actually in the right. I just think they're both wrong because one wants a bunch of money and the other one wants to do NFTs.
I think some of them, one side's right on for the wrong reasons, the other one's just wrong.
That's fair. And I think that whoever they go to will not make a good game, guaranteed. It will be just as shitty as FIFA.
They can go to 2K.
EA's FIFA.
They,
FIFA.
they can go to 2K. They've been doing okay with their basketball games.
I guess.
But that's
FIFA
not much improvement, though.
Yeah. Anybody else got anything to say on? Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Did you know Castlevania had a fighting game?
Really?
No.
A 3D fighting game. Castlevania Judgment for the Nintendo Wii.
Like a 3D arena?
I guess so. 3D fighting game. Let me
That's
see.
weird.
Yeah.
Speaking of weird,
That game was supposed
Assassin-
to be free to play.
Players
Assassin's Creed
move the
Infinity.
Wiimote to perform combos? Oh no.
What?
That's
Wait.
It says players move the Wiimote to perform combos.
Let's
Oh,
go! Motion,
How-
That-
motion,
what?
motion.
That's how
What?
you. That's how you elbow a person randomly.
Let's fucking
Oh
go.
God.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Let's
pretty
fucking
hard.
go.
Wow.
So
I gotta see this.
okay. So while
Is there
you
a
view
co-op?
that, I'm gonna start talking about Assassin's Creed Infinity.
Yeah.
So Assassin's Creed Infinity won't be free to play. So the game that they're essentially trying to replace, like instead of doing like Assassin's Creed every year, they're gonna do a game for like the generation and like or just like one big game and just add stuff to it, which was gonna be Assassin's Creed Infinity. Why wouldn't it be free? To me, like, why wouldn't it be free if, like, you know, like, you're probably going to add microtransactions, there's probably going to be multiplayer.
Well, I mean, they're getting money already from whoever downloads it, regardless.
I guess.
So I mean, like,
Well, because the only other option is for something like this is to do subscription based, and that's not a good sell for a series that has mostly been buy once you're done.
Pretty much.
You know, you can't be like, hey, I know for the past 10 you just buy the game and then sometimes the season passes, which are just as pricey, but now you're going to need to spend $10 a month.
Yeah.
It's just easier to be like, hey, do you want the game? It comes what it has. It's $60, and then for the next 10 years, we're gonna add $60 expansion passes to it.
each year.
And trust me, the content's really good.
Yeah,
You
like
can't.
that's
The
It's also an
content's
easier
really good.
You can't cancel this,
Trust.
by the way. Once you download it and accept, it's forever.
Assassin's Creed hasn't been great since Ezio. It's been okay at best with these newer ones.
I think after Origin, it just started to fall deeper and deeper.
Ubisoft has shitty business practices.
Yeah.
Anybody else got anything else to say other than that?
Assassin's Creed 4 is amazing, but I don't need to die on this hill.
That's fair. Going back to Ubisoft, Splinter Cell is gonna apparently have a new game. That's been a rumor going on. How do you guys feel about that? Splinter Cell
Didn't it-
finally getting something.
If Metal Gear's coming back, so's its clone.
Let's go. No, which one comes out first? Which one gets announced first?
Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell? Which one gets released first? Still Splinter Cell?
Splinter Cell.
It is, yeah. Does Splinter Cell have just terrible... no. Does Splinter Cell also become more shittier? A shittier version of its, than before?
It's probably the same. Just a stealth game.
Stealth game. Fair. Anyone else got anything else to add? This was an
No.
interesting development yesterday. Skydance New Media. I don't remember. Oh, they're the people that are making the Forspoken game. So it's just another Square game. Has joined forces with Marvel Entertainment to create a original story. How do you guys feel about that?
Good for them.
Good for them.
That's nice.
It's nice. I hope it's single player like Guardians. Guardians was apparently good. I saw gameplay of it. I liked it. I don't know. Seemed neat. I hope it's just not the Avengers. Let's just go with that.
That's the bar.
That's the bar. Don't you guys like when the bar is it's not shit?
Yeah.
So sad.
Is every tab a topic?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We still have that many to go. Jesus Christ.
And this is why I play games at the same time.
So Square Enix, going back to Square, they had, instead of the reboot that they had, like, another, like, kind of game. It was going to be a survival horror known as Ascension. And it was supposed to be crazy and spooky and more supernatural. Do you guys think it would have been better than what we have now?
What do we have now?
Just the
Sword
Tomb
and
Raider
Quick
reboot.
Girl.
Anything would have been.
Jack,
Anything.
what did you say?
I don't know. I don't have any. Yeah, opinion.
Fair. Move on. Don't know why that popped up. Sony made a new patent where you can vote and pay to boot players from a game.
You can pay. Oh my God, die mad salty bitch. They didn't get kicked.
Yeah, that's.
I like
You
the
know what,
voting
though?
thing,
I
but
don't
not
know.
the payment.
So how do you guys
I
feel
would-
about
Unless
that?
there's a really good oversight system here, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, I think they should do it because I'm excited to get the highest honor of beating someone so badly. They vote to kick, I don't get kicked, and then they pay $30
They
to kick
pay.
me.
Oh my god, that's true.
No, you know what?
I won't
There's going to
see
be
it.
one
I
guy
won't see
that
much,
puts. Oh,
but-
no. You know what? No, hold on. There's going to be one guy dedicated to boot every single player he plays with.
So what I
Just think
think
about
this
it.
is gonna be is this is gonna be a battle royale game, right? Kind of like Fortnite, and you're gonna be able to spectate from in game, not just like on Twitch or something. And you're gonna be able to pick your favorite player and just vote and pay to boot players from that game.
In all seriousness, though, this will
And the winner
never
will
happen.
get that money. What?
Now, what's the rate?
Yeah.
$30.
In all seriousness, this will never happen.
No.
Like, sure, some bad shit still gets like put into games, and you'll be like, "Damn, that was stupid." But like you know, just there's plenty of like, especially the way the world works now. Social media is very powerful. The patent alone is like an advertisement for it. And sure, Sony could be like, "Oh, you can do it," but any game dev who wants to remotely let their game have a good ecosystem is not going to implement that. Because why would you want to like make a game where you can play with your friends and go, "Oh, yeah, but let's let them always run the risk that if a rando joins, he can just drop a stack and kick the whole lobby."
Oh, that's great. I just want to see this game come into fruition because it's funny. Anyone else got any opinions on this?
No.
No.
Okay. Sony had a state of play before I do this, and most of it was shit. There are two things I wanted to talk about from here, so it's actually just one topic here. The first one is Bugsnax will be getting an update called Big
Cool.
Snacks. They're just giant bug snacks. And more story. For free. Coming out next year.
Nice.
How do you guys feel about that?
That's nice.
Indifferent, I guess. That's
Are you
cool.
guys gonna
The
bug
people
snack?
like it.
Passed his math test.
What?
Who cares? I said, like, finding out a kid in France passed a math test. Who cares?
Oh,
For those diehard Bugsnax people out there, though, good for them.
One guy popping off like,
I
yeah,
played it.
bigger food.
I played it. It was fun. I'm just not gonna pick it up again for DLC because I already uninstalled it. Anyway,
Nice.
Star Ocean's coming out with a new game.
Yeah, this was cool.
I actually saw the trailer for this yesterday.
How do
I
you
have no
feel? Because I
idea.
haven't seen the trailer for this.
You need to ask Neil.
I am. I'm glad there's a new Star Ocean game. I just hope it's good because I don't have a lot of faith in Star Ocean.
Yeah.
The
That
last
What's
bad?
two
that?
games were something, especially the last game. So hopefully
Was it
they
like
fix
Tales of
everything. That's just,
Zestria bad?
5 was worse than Tales of Zestiria, easily. I've not played it.
Whoa.
From what I've heard, it is just like a bad game on like every level. The gameplay, story,
Whoa.
it's short as hell. There's no content. Like at least Hysteria has like a functioning game and like content. It's like you got a solid 40
We
hours in here. I think apparently that game's like 10 hours or something, like
we might
15 or
have
something.
spent like a solid 2
Right.
hours over the past month talking about how much you hate Tales of Zestria, and you said this is a worse game. Damn.
Yeah, no, like literally, like, I've not played Star Ocean 5, but what I've seen from people and what they've said, it's a genuinely horrible game. Like no one is like that's my favorite. I love Star Ocean 5. No one has ever said that ever.
And is that the
Like
newest, or is that, or was
that's the most
6?
recent one.
Yeah.
That's the one before this. So
Are you gonna pick it up day one?
this, no, absolutely not. Unless I hear like I'm gonna wait till it comes out, and if people are like it's amazing, it's so good, I'll play it. Otherwise, like yeah, no, I'm definitely not. No, I have no faith, dude. Because like even Star Ocean 4, like from a gameplay perspective, it's good, but from a story perspective, like the most important thing for JRPG, it's like, yikes, not good.
Did you like
Like
the trailer?
it, it looked interesting, but like also like it clearly needs a lot of polished work. So we'll see. Like it comes out next year. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good. Like I like Star Ocean. Like I like the concept is good. Like the gameplay is really fun. I just hope it's hope it works.
Jack, did you
Hope they
like
nail
it?
it.
Did you
What?
like it? The way you saw the trailer? Yeah.
Just looked like another JRPG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go JRPGs.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
JRPGs
let's
are the best.
go.
So this isn't the most recent person that developed or was like the head director of God of War. This is the God of War 1 and 2 developer, the original, criticizing Metroid Dread's design. So this is going back to, do you guys remember the Cuphead thing?
No,
Yeah, where like
which
the journalist couldn't beat the
all that.
tutorial.
Yeah.
This.
Dark Souls of platformers.
That. What
This
does that
is
have to do with
that.
this?
No, it's like the same thing. Where like a
Uh,
guy who thinks they know things about video games plays, thinks it's hard, and thinks it's bad.
I
You
see.
know, I was literally gonna say when you said David Scott, like when you were giving his credentials, I was gonna go who mega lol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like who
Yeah,
cares?
I've
Kinda
seen that
sounds like
name around. I didn't know he was a God of War dude. I was like, oh, just who? Just some
So
guy?
yeah, so I found this
Who
out
he
from
is? He's just so smart.
I found this out from Charlie, Moist Critical, because I was watching him play Guardians of the Galaxy. He pauses the game because he sees this. And I just find it interesting that somebody who hasn't made a game in like 10 years calls a game that people actually like good. Because I've played God of War 1 and 2, and I don't like God, and I'm not that big from a gameplay perspective of both of those games. So, not like the reboot, love the reboot. This one, for the first two, I'm not too big on the PS2 games.
I love how this article says that Metroid Dread is met with mixed acclaim, but the only negative it can come up with in its header is that some people don't think it's worth $60.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only bad thing about it. It's like its accolade. It's like some people are saying it's the best in the 2D series, while other people are saying it's not worth $60. Like that's not much of an L to hold.
And
That's
people,
not a
and the
complaint.
people that are saying it's not worth $60 are most likely people like me who haven't picked up the game, and just think it's just a weird thing that like because 2D Metroid has always been on portable like things and they haven't charged as much as on the Switch because they charged $20 less, or they did, that it's as much as a 3D Metroid game, which is wrong to do for it, but that's the world we live in, and it's probably not a bad game. It's probably a really great game.
Yeah, like most people say it's like really, really good.
Yeah, because the people that I know that have picked it up and played it, they love it. So I just wanted to say this guy's a fuckwad. I don't know what to tell you.
He's Megalo.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, honestly.
He's a Megalo. He hasn't made a game in like 10 years. I looked at his Wikipedia page. With shit. He didn't even work on like 3 and Ascension and the new God of War. He just disappeared and just plays games on Twitch, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the internet was absolutely destroying him, so as they do.
Oh, so we got what
As
he
they
got.
should.
We got what he said.
Yeah, they're
As they
still
should.
shitting on him.
He could have just said he doesn't like Metroid games.
Yeah. He would have gotten less shit.
He said he doesn't play most games, which is bad.
That's funny. I don't play most games, so let me tell you why this game is bad.
He's like, but I
Yeah,
know
it's like being
game
a food
design.
critic. Like, I don't eat most food. It's like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't play most games, and hidden blocks are bad.
Now, I don't eat most food, but I'm going to tell you that this dish is ass.
I do eat most food, which is why I can tell you what's bad and what isn't. But transitioning from, because those were all Sony stuff, we're now transitioning into Nintendo. Universal Studios will be bringing Pokemon to its theme parks. Would you guys want to see a section of Universal Studios is Pokemon based?
Yeah, but that's in wait, in the U.S. or
just in general?
No, just Japan.
Well, it doesn't matter. Like Nintendo's eventually gonna come over here. So is probably Pokemon.
We might get it eventually.
Would you guys want to see Pokemon?
Yes.
Like the Pokemon section in the amusement park.
Yes.
Yes, but I would also like to see a reality where I have enough money to comfortably go and do that.
That and have the Pokemon centers back in the U.S.
But yeah, no, that'd be hype. That'd be fucking.
Maybe a Pokemon Center in Universal. That's probably
that's it.
Oh,
well, I mean, there was in New York.
Can we get a ride where we ride on I don't know, we ride on Pikachu and we go super fast and that's it?
It'd be great. And they'll never do this because it's but it'd be great, like, if you're walking around like that part of the park with like your plushie or like your toy of whatever Pokemon you have, and then Team Rocket just fucking runs by and just steals it from you. They just leave.
Imagine it's like one of those
and you have to stop them.
Oh, it could be like those like wandering stormtroopers in fucking Disney or whatever that like
exactly. You could be on the prowl.
Yeah.
Go get Officer Jenny.
Or what's called? They could have. Or they could have random trainers be like, you're in my direction. We're gonna battle.
Oh, but
then
instead
they
of
just come
battle,
up to
you have
you.
to buy an overpriced soda.
Yes.
Yeah, if you
Or an
win, you get an
overpriced coat.
overpriced
Yeah,
soda.
Or an
Oh, you
overpriced
can
coat
buy
you'll
a
never
couple.
wear.
Pika Pepsi.
Pika Pepsi.
In the
It's
Mario Universal thing, they have like a bunch of like Mario themed like items. I think they have like a mushroom pizza or something because Toads.
Oh, you guys want to know what I saw at my job today?
What?
I saw this couple dressed up for Halloween, like for whatever reason, and it was just funny because the girl was dressed up as a fucking Espeon, and her boyfriend was just up as Jesus Christ.
That's funny. It could have
That's
been because they were
amazing.
going to a party.
No, this was at like 1 p.m.
That's weird.
Bro, that's amazing.
Anybody have anything else
It
to say on
truly is.
Pokemon and Universal?
I hate the
No.
picture that we have to look at. Someone's wearing that fucking cursed Minions hat.
Let's go, Cursed
Yeah, it looks like it's eating their head.
Yes.
Consume.
Jax, do you have anything else to say about your work? I cut you off.
No, that was it.
Okay. Are you
God,
guys
I wish I
ready?
saw that.
Are you
That's
guys
so-
ready to talk about a game that's finally coming out? Finally,
Zoolander?
we got an announcement for Pikmin 4.0!
Oh, Pikmin Bloom, the Niantic
Oh.
Pokemon. Let's go. The other one. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Guys, you can catch flower. You can collect
Instead of-
fruit with your phone.
Let's go. That's
Let's
high. That's
fucking
way better than
go!
Pokemon. That's way better.
Oh,
Hype.
fuck.
They should have
fuck.
just made another
Pikachu,
Switch
who?
game.
I feel like
Yep,
this
it's Mega
was
Wall.
Pikmin 4 who?
He's a good streamer.
You're right.
Who?
Pikmin 4.
I'm excited to watch
Oh.
people IRL stream Pikmin and then get mugged like they were in Pokemon Go.
That'd be funny.
Oh my god.
Dude, honestly, like, this is so dumb. Like, let's be honest. Nobody wanted this announcement.
They
No
should have
one
just done another
actively
Pikmin
said
game.
Pikmin Go should be a thing over Pikmin 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just want it. They just want the hype back.
That's the world we live in.
No one plays fucking Pikmin.
Like, it would have made more sense to put this out after Pikmin 4. Because then, like, at least there's some kind of hype for the game. Right now, it's like, people are going to be like, the hell's a Pikmin?
Or at least Pikmin 4 was announced.
Yeah, well, it technically is announced, technically. It's
It
been
had a
announced.
trailer. It had
Like,
a trailer
5
and a
years ago.
release date. Which didn't
Oh, like
have.
10 years ago.
They could have. If they did Pikmin 4 and then release this? They could have made a way like, oh, if you play Pikmin Bloom, you can transfer some of your Pikmins into Pikmin 4
Exactly,
or something like that. But nope.
Who's ready to talk about our last topic? More shitty Nintendo decisions.
Oh, I heard about this too.
Our ultimate topic.
Yeah.
Last topic, the only one that's big enough to talk about. I guess we could have talked about the Warner Brothers one last, but I think this is bigger because it's kind of here.
Before, I was looking at the tabs, and I was like, oh, we only have 2 more topics, including the one we're on now. And I like zoomed in and looked at this one, and I was like, oh, Jesus.
You know it. So.
From what I've heard from everyone that has this, or streamers or content creators, it crashes all the games, it freezes, and it's not worth it.
Nope. So. It is $30 extra for the expansion pack, which comes with with Nintendo 64, Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis, and Animal Crossing DLC. And it's $45 extra with a family plan, making it
No.
$80. $50 for a single. Is Nintendo that scummy? I
Yes.
direct this
Yes.
to all of you. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
They included a game that not everyone has to be locked behind this as a DLC thing.
It was not locked behind. You can get it separately. The
You can?
DLC.
The D-
Yeah.
Can you?
It's $25.
Yeah, but like they just said that if you get this, you get it for free. But you can get it separately. You don't have to buy this.
Yeah, I mean, technically, if you like, how much is it just for the 3?
The three what?
The 64 Genesis and the
$30 a year.
yeah. So it's so. Yeah, so it's
You are
basically
not going
10
to be
bucks.
playing this DLC longer than 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you cancel the subscription, like you're probably going to play the Animal Crossing thing for maybe a month. And then that's it.
Yeah, that when you think about it, it's cheaper to get it through the pack. So why would you buy it separately then, if you have the game?
Well, because if you don't want to pay like a yearly fucking $50 price tag,
If
right?
you just let's just say you're one of the people that just has Animal Crossing, because there probably are those people. They probably don't play online with their friends.
Like, well, actually, I mean, they probably do because Animal Crossing, like, you want to visit people's islands
You're
and
right.
shit.
Fuck.
Yeah, you need online for Animal
Yeah.
Crossing.
You're
It
gonna
does make
have
sense.
the online anyways, so actually
Exactly.
it might be worth, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not an Animal Crossing person, nor will I
But,
ever
like,
be.
I think like if you don't want to spend the extra 30, like it's just a one-time purchase, whereas that would be a continuous purchase. So it's like
Okay.
it's pointless. It's not like the internet, like the online doesn't get better if you pay more. It's still like shit as it was before.
But it's like $5. But it's like five extra dollars for the year. Like I don't know, and then you get like the other stuff. I don't see a point of like buying it standalone, but that's just me.
I don't see a point in getting the controllers
That's
if you could just play with the
ridiculous.
Pro controller or the
You could.
regular Switch controllers.
The controls are
people
hot
want-
ass too.
It look cool.
Yeah, but they're $50 each though.
Oh yeah, but some people are like, you know.
Also the controls like you almost have to buy it because have you guys seen the controls?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
And
you can't like remap them, which is insane.
Wait, you
That's
can't
nuts.
remap them?
No, so you can't like
That's
change. And like the way it works is like on a game. It's essentially like they just overlaid the 64 controller on top of your Pro controller essentially. So the buttons are in like weird places, and it's just like it's a mess.
oh.
So it's super awkward and weird. It's just stupid.
I mean, if they do that,
Right.
I mean, if they do like, I don't know, GameCube, DS, Game Boy games, I don't think that won't be a problem.
No, it wouldn't be as much of a problem. The 64 is just a weird
Controller.
very weird
Yeah.
controller. Yeah. But it's like they could avoid this because it's like 64 games code work. You just let people like like for example, Mario 64 is in the Mario collection and it works. The buttons and stuff work perfectly. It's just they just like it's so stupid. Like it's so dumb.
Yeah.
Like they were so lazy with it. It was just like, well, let's just not go through any of the action effort. It's weird. But they thought that was a good idea. I don't get it.
That and the input lag is awful. Like,
Yeah, I heard about the input lag, especially if you play online. Like apparently it's like really, really bad.
from what I've seen from content creators, it's like 10 to 15-second delay, depending on what game you're running.
It's bad.
Yeah,
Jesus.
It's
and it's like all really foggy. They use a lot of fog where it's like it wouldn't normally be in this original 64 version, which is I don't like, dude. I just don't get it because it's like you're playing on a Nintendo Switch. Like even if it's emulated, it's like, but how's this? Wait, what? The 64 game. They shouldn't have any problems.
Nintendo's not even gonna ever listen to their and they're not gonna listen to their fans on this either.
It's like they're not even they didn't even try though. It's like it's just they just like slapped together a bunch of random games, threw it on the thing without doing any extra work, and they were like, pay us $30 extra. and
How
it's like
much?
that's like not good. That's not good. Nintendo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Ah, it's sad.
Remember, companies that do successful make bad decisions more likely.
Exactly. They wouldn't do this if this was the Nintendo Wii, bro. Oh, Wii U, sorry. If this is the Wii U era, they'd be like, they'd be doing it they'd be like giving you shit for free, hand over fist. They'd be like, here, no, like,
Be like, "Yeah,
they'll
take
be
it,
so nice to
please."
you. They'll be like, don't worry, we got you, bro.
Take the
But
whole DLC for
Like when
free.
they were in the
When-
beginning of the Switch.
yeah, you make a
Oh,
little
nice.
money, and now suddenly you stop caring, and that's not good.
It's like their developers take like the step forward, and it's just like Nintendo is pretty okay. And then they just make these very bad business decisions, especially with their online, especially with like their communities.
I still don't understand why they're online shit. They're buddies with Xbox, who actually knows how to run online.
No. They're buddies with Microsoft,
Or
who
what Microsoft,
own
but
physical servers they can use.
exactly.
They probably just are like, nah, we got this. It's fine.
We're
So,
fine. We'll take care.
Cut to the cut to the
Everything's
meme with a
fine.
dog in
to
a
be
burning
fair,
house.
Yeah.
yeah, like, to be fair, it does work in Japan, but like anywhere else, it's just not very good at all. That's why like rollback netcode is so good because it works for like Japan doesn't need it because it's such a small country. So it's like even with delay base, it's like it works fine. But because like the rest of the world is so big, you need better netcode. You need better servers because there's
Yeah.
more area. So,
Um, we're also not N64 or Genesis people. There's no nostalgia there, and I'm just not a
I mean,
nostalgic person to begin with.
there's Double Dash, but that's it
it's
for
like
me.
even if you were, it's like this is still like these aren't even quality emulations, so it's like it
You
still isn't worth the money
No.
anyway. Is
you
that
hear you hear like even nostalgic people like have you watched like Spawnway's video on it, Neil? Who is an
Yeah,
N64 guy?
I
He
think so.
doesn't
Yeah.
like it.
Hmm.
Like either. And he said like his friend who's played it like a few times also hated it. So
Yeah, it's just inferior versions of like these games. It's like this is. It's like if you're gonna pay money, like, you can get these games. Okay, I'm gonna be like you can just emulate these games, and it's like yeah, they have to be able to match that quality at some point. Like not like the same, because like that's a little like that's a lot, but it's like they could do a lot better than this. They have to. They're gonna
they're
charge this much money.
they're saying that there was like a little thing going around that the reason this is for adding the Genesis games. But to me, I don't think that's it because I feel like Sega would just give them the games.
Like even if that is the
Um,
case, it doesn't excuse the poor quality of the emulation. It just doesn't excuse that, no matter what. Even if it is like, I don't think people would complain as much if it was good, but
Agreed.
it is not.
Agreed.
So it's like doesn't have that many games, and it's bad, and it's overpriced. It's like there's no happiness here.
It
Agreed.
could have just been, good emulation, but overpriced. But now it's overpriced bad emulation.
Exactly. If it was good but overpriced, people would be like, they'd get over it. They'd be like, all right, fine. But it's like, it's not even good. So, yeah, they're in trouble for this
So,
time.
but they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna do anything about it.
I hope they
So,
at least patch it and make, fix it. Or, I hope they fix at least the lag, the weird fog shit, all that stuff, the delay. At least fix that stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like for a $30 to $40 price increase, you need more than just that. You need better online, which is never going to happen. But let's just say there's not going to be better online. I feel like for $30, you need like without better online. Let's go with it. Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games, probably with Pokemon. Maybe Sega adds like the Saturn or Dreamcast. maybe some of their arcade games, maybe like Neo Geo or Atari or just something. Like, and it's just like a start of it. Like, they're not gonna. GameCube is gonna be another added. There's no way it's not. And. But you need a good online service, and they just don't have it. That's the problem. Right?
Yeah, like at least companies like Sony, like I mean, they give you like a free game every month, and then it's like they have very frequent sales. Like you get more sales if you're PlayStation Plus member and stuff. So it's like there's definitely it's a solid amount of value there. Like, do I still think I think $60 every year is still kind of a lot. But because let's be
Nintendo.
real, most months the games they give you for free aren't selling anyway. So it's not like sometimes you'll get like your FF7 or like whatever, but other than that, it's usually like who? Like what is it?
Like,
I don't know. The sales are nice, but
like, yeah, like
it's
I
not
think
that.
they should at least give out like some sort of free game. Like, it doesn't even have to be theirs. It could be a third party they just ask.
Or like just say like if they want to do free games, like I don't think they have to do free games because that doesn't sound like something Nintendo would do. But like even sales would be a good
Yeah.
because Nintendo games never go on sale, so it'd be like, hey, but if you have our online, you can get like 15% off or 10% off on certain games every month or something. That would be like decent. That'd be pretty good, but they don't even do that. It's like
But you have games that aren't even selling anymore, like ARMS. Splatoon 2 will eventually be shut out by Splatoon 3. What else? Like all of your like Wii U ports that aren't selling anymore. Like,
yeah, but Nintendo. Let's be realistic here.
not only that, but
Even
you have a
if you
bunch
have
of indie studios that like value being on the Switch, probably enough to want to just get their name out.
yeah, but like I don't know. I don't know. Like, Nintendo just they wouldn't do that though. Like I mean even like them putting games on sale is a shot in the like that's like one in a million. Giving them them giving away games is like one in like a trillion. It's like not happening.
I think sales would be really good though. Just like
Or like
something.
just something to make it feel worth it for people. So I don't know.
Not only
Maybe
that. Yeah, you go.
I don't know. I was just gonna say like yeah. I honestly I don't know. Like I don't really like do online and stuff much. So it's like I don't know. Like but that's like my guess. Like that's usually what people like. They enjoy it. So I don't know. It's just my take, I guess.
Not only that, but you have to communicate through a shitty phone app if you decide, hey, Discord ain't my thing. And I don't know, you should just be able to get a headset into your controller like every other console. Just move on with your life.
Should, but they can't make it fucking simple. There's always the person who's hired to ruin things at Nintendo. They gotta fucking raise.
Yeah, dude. It does give them their charm though. It's like this very obvious tested solution, and Nintendo's like, nah, I'm good. No. I'm gonna do it my way. Why? Why?
I think overall we could just say that Nintendo is a shitty is a very shitty company that makes really great games.
Yup.
I mean, well, listen, the thing is, like, every business is shitty, right? Like, none of them care about you. Like, that's the thing. Sony doesn't,
That is
Microsoft
not
doesn't.
true. Charmin Ultra Strong cares about my bum.
You know what? They're the exception. You're right. Yeah, I forgot about them.
What
You're
about
right.
Bounty?
All right, they're good, but like, they're like not that. They're not Charmin good. You know what I'm saying?
They don't care.
Yeah,
They
no.
don't care about. They don't care about the spills enough, dude. Like the spills that I make. Like what? What if I just decide to dump this whole water bottle? Bounty's not gonna protect me like Charmin would.
Okay.
What were you gonna
Then Nick was like, "All right, the passion, I feel it. Okay."
All right.
say? What were you gonna say
That's fine.
about companies not caring about us?
But yeah, it's like that's like obvious. They're all doing it for the money. None of them are good. Like none of them are like innocent, is what I'm saying. Anyway,
That's true.
yeah. Like for like online doesn't need to be paid for, but like they just do it and it's free fucking money. It's literally free money for them. So
It's crazy to think that Xbox is thinking about just removing it.
it's really funny because they're the ones who
They're
started
the
it.
ones who
Before
started it.
exactly, because before them that shit was free, and they're like, "We're gonna charge you $60," and then everyone was like, "Wait, you could just do that?" It's like, oh my god, Microsoft, dude,
They've ruined us.
you fucked all of us for years now.
Microsoft fucked everyone, and then they decided, hey, maybe we should just make. Maybe we should try to be a game company for once. Maybe we won't go under. We won't go under for game consoles.
It'll be fucked when they're like, "Gotcha, we're not gonna charge you more." It's like, oh really? You guys aren't gonna charge
That's gonna
anymore.
be so funny. Other than that, I want to ask: do you think they're gonna add? Well, do you guys think they're gonna add more stuff? Because in the code, in the code, data miners have found 38 N64 games, 52 Genesis, and something for a new console, another console to possibly be added. Not only that, but Super Mario Party has been data mined to have 2 boards, and their latest DLC is going to be on Nintendo Switch Online. How much more do you think they're gonna add, if anything, other than new games?
Until the money runs out.
Till the running minutes out.
Some money.
Anyone else got anything?
No.
I think I could see them locking DLC behind the expansion pass, or like at least charging a ridiculous price for it.
I don't think they'll lock it behind it, but at the very least they'll be like, "Oh, if you have the online, you can get it for free or something." Maybe I don't know though. Like, it doesn't seem they might do that. I think it's a possibility though.
Like
I don't think I don't think it'll be locked though. I think you'll still have an option to buy it separately, but I don't know.
But do you think it's gonna be like a ridiculous price like the Animal Crossing one?
No, because like the Animal Crossing one, there is a lot of content in there. Like some of the people like I've seen like on like Twitter or whatever, like people who are like fans of Animal Crossing, they were like hyped for it. So like
Well, from what
it did well. It did well for them.
Yeah, what I heard was like it's just things that should have been in the game.
Yeah, but like regardless, like it's a big update. They got a lot of stuff that they wanted, so it's like the price is like fine. So cause Nintendo's always been like decent with their DLC for the most part. Like it's been fairly priced for the most part. So like I think that I don't think we have to worry about that.
Good. The Smash Pass was pretty good priced.
Like the Nintendo's usually fair with that stuff. They don't usually overcharge for DLC.
Pokemon's DLC could have been 20.
Yeah, well, Pokemon's like an exception. Like Pokemon, they just do their own thing. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, what game do you guys want? Any N64 or Genesis games? Like any specifics on there? No, don't care.
I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
I mean, like the Zelda games are hype. Ocarina and like Majora's Mask is cool. I always wanted to play Majora's Mask especially, so like that's cool. I mean, I don't have it, but that is cool though.
Yeah, you could also sail the 7 seas.
Yeah, I'd rather do that probably, but
with
like
Captain Jack Sparrow, like I
yeah.
am.
I don't know. Yeah, I just like don't like playing games on emulator, like on my PC specifically. So like my laptop or whatever. But like yeah, I could do that. I prefer collection though. I'd rather them just sell me a collection of like
Same.
Zelda games, and I can just play it on like an actual console. I don't like playing on my computer.
Do you guys
I
remember
wanna
the
play.
rumor that we were supposed to get a Zelda collection for the 35th?
Yeah.
Yeah, but instead we got something way better, the Game & Watch.
Yeah.
And Skyward Sword, baby. Just Skyward
Yup.
Sword. That's better than 3 Zelda games. That's true.
Love it.
That's better.
It's just better.
What was the other thing I was gonna say? For this other console, what do you guys expect? Because I just expect it to be Game Boy games.
I want Game Boy
Color.
DS.
I want GBA games, but I know it'll just be Game Boy games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like the same. Like I want Game Boy Advance, but we're gonna get Game Boy in color maybe if we're lucky. If they're
I think it's
feeling
gonna
a
be Game
little
Boy
kind.
and Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
Or maybe they might just do all the Game Boys, the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and the Advance. But
No,
I
they
don't
have
know.
to
Nice.
The
milk-
Advance,
They
there's
They're
no
not.
shot, bro.
They're not that
If they
much.
do it, it would kind of make sense because you can
Oh,
really
I
run
mean,
Game Boy games on Game Boy, like on Game Boy Advance, or you can. So you can
It's
just use an
true.
emulator for that. However, they're stingy, and we've seen it with this price, and I don't think it's gonna happen.
Exactly. You remember,
or
if
they
it
could
makes
do,
sense, it's Nintendo, so it's already 50-50.
Yeah,
or they
I
could do Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and then Game Boy Advance and DS. Game Boy Advance, GameCube, and then DS and Wii.
Oh my god, GBA DS would be so broken, dude. Oh my god.
I
Especially,
think
DS especially. Oh my god.
here's
It's
here's
over.
my thought. So Game Boy and Game Boy Color are gonna come with this one eventually. The
And then the
next
Wii.
one, which is gonna be another $30, is gonna be Game Boy Advance and GameCube. Then the next one after that is gonna be Wii U and DS, and that's gonna be
At
another
that point, we're
$40. And then there's gonna be just 3DS, because what's a Wii U? And that one is gonna be $60 extra.
by then we'll be on like the Switch 3. Like,
Yep.
hooray.
Anybody else have anything to say about Nintendo Switch Online or anything that we talked
No.
no, it's bad.
about?
Hopefully it gets better.
Yeah.
Just
I
play the
agree.
games on your computer.
Jack, can you just
Or thumb-
flash up that sign again for me?
Yeah, let me get it 1 sec.
Yeah,
Just learn how to pirate.
Just sail the 7 seas, and you won't have pain.
Yep.
All right. Well, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like. Comment down below how you guys felt about whatever this was. We'll talk to you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
Adios.